Andy Warhol famously said, "In the future, everyone will be world famous for 15 minutes. People of Reddit who have had their 15 minutes. What was your 15 minutes of fame?" I took my kid to Europe and she slept everywhere. Asleep in every single photo. So I took her picture with strangers, police officers, soldiers, a waiter, a bride, couple of dogs. The photo series was pretty popular on a few travel pages. When I was in first grade, I got first place in a reading contest at school. The grand prize was a $100 Borders gift card, and the top 5 readers got to pie the principal in the face. The other 4 kids seemed too scared to properly pie the principal, barely touching his nose before dropping the pie. Then it was my turn. I slammed that pie into his face, and broke the principal's nose. I ended up on the front page of our small town newspaper, and the principal was in a dunk tank the next year. Lol. Edit. By the way, I was panicking a bit afterwards, because this happened on stage, during a school assembly. When I was 5, I used to walk to my Nana's house after school, which was around the corner, and my mom would pick me up from there. My Nana wasn't home one day, so I freaked out and I went on an hour-long walk home. Mom wasn't there, so I walked back to Nana's and no one was there. So I just walked around town for a couple hours. All the while I was wondering why so many police cars were around. I eventually went to the police station where Mom was waiting for me. It turns out they got the whole police force of my town and the town over looking for me. But seriously, at least 15 cops drove right past me, and I was a pretty distinct-looking child. I was left locked in a car as a baby and got a small article in the local newspaper about it. I made a mod for Starbound, which allowed you to get free money during this year's Steam summer sale, without breaking any rules, by drinking virtual cans of soda. A YouTuber made a video on it, which got 3+ million views. The mod got over 300,000 subscriptions, and Starbound sold more copies than it did when it originally launched. Thanks to the mod, I got thousands of Steam notifications every day during the whole sale. I got robbed when I worked at a servo once and beat the robber up. Was in the paper, and the police said they were using the footage for their Xmas party video compilation. They shot a commercial for immunization at my daycare when I was about 4. Early 80s. I distinctly remember the day, as we all got to pick funny hats. And I was pissed BC I ended up with a giant red cowboy hat. Alberta. And everyone else had cooler hats. Commercial came out, and it's just me with my ridiculous giant hat. They would recycle the commercial every couple years. And all through junior high and high school, I'd inevitably get someone saying, "I know you from somewhere," as I looked pretty much the same as my 4 self. I'd let them sort it out on their own, and wait a couple days before they'd come running up yelling, "You're that kid from the commercial." Single quote. I tried desperately to get a copy of it from the Alberta government for my wedding a couple years ago, but they couldn't find it, despite some very amused and helpful staff. A few years ago I made a website where you could mail people a bag of dicks anonymously. That seemed to get a lot of attention. I played in a band for over 10 years and desperately wanted to be a famous rock star, but it just never really went anywhere. A couple years after I left the band, I was just goofing off with some buddies and this happened. My brother, during a high school wrestling match, taunted Ric Flair's son after the winning move in Triple OT with a woo and strut. Started a brawl which included Mr. Flair. Wrestling MSG boards at the time hated my bro, and the story made it into a Sports Illustrated edit. Thank you for my first gold. Glad I could share my brother's story. Rip to Reed Flair. I was a suicide girl in a horror movie where I killed myself, and a music video. I made good money and had a lot of fun. That was over 10 years ago. Earlier this year, our pet pig accidentally went viral after he wasn't welcome to walk in our town anymore. People got so riled up we ended up on every national news program in the country as well as 2 live morning shows. I can say with certainty that those 15 minutes of fame were ones in which I realized I never want to be famous. We still get recognized. Photo of said public menace. It wasn't a huge deal, but my rock band got to play on live radio. 94.1. A few years ago. I'm a keyboardist, so nobody cared too much. I was walking across Manhattan College campus. My friend needed to get his transcript and other paperwork. As he recently graduated, there was a film crew there, and they asked us if we wanted to be in a Nickelodeon commercial. My friend and I were asked to basically just walk from one side to the other in the background. We just got done smoking a big old joint. We thought it was a hoot. Take 1. Action. We start walking. There are 2 girls also in this commercial. Also extras. Walking towards us. As we get close, one of the girls looks at me and says, "We're so high," and starts laughing. I say, "We're too." And also laugh. Hashtag CUT. Take 2. Action. We start walking and the girls are already laughing before they get close to us. The laughter was infectious, and we started laughing too. Hashtag CUT. Take 3 and take 4 were uneventful, and I saw my commercial exactly once on TV. I could barely tell it was me. In 2017 I got a video made about me in a dress I made that transforms from cocoon to butterfly. Every once in a while it makes the rounds again. I was in a, I don't know what it is called in English, but it is sort of a roller coaster where you go upside down. And I got stuck in the seat. So my head was in the seat but the rest of my body was not. Someone made a video of it and uploaded it to YouTube. I think it is funny because it ended well and I did not get hurt. You know that picture of a Best Buy on Black Friday with all the tents out front that was a meme? For a while, my dad took that picture. Edit. Found the picture. I was on the top 20 bronze leaderboard on Duolingo. I had a comedy rap song chart at number 3 on SoundClick lol. Edit. Wow. Thanks good people. Here's the song. Got a post to the front page and now I know Reddit has a weird fetish to fuck Danny DeVito and the Queen of England. Edit. To clarify, some people want to fuck Danny DeVito and some others the Queen of England. I masturbated in my high school bathroom. Some kid made a video peeking over the stall. Went around to all 4 grades. Made me a celebrity. I am single-handedly responsible for potentially blowing the minds of every Fallout fan thanks to one of my top Reddit comments. It even got featured in a Dorkly article. I hear it made the rounds of Tumblr a couple times. The irony is, I've never played Fallout. I accidentally helped a hoax news story blow up. It ended up becoming a global story for a whole summer. I knew from the beginning it was bullshit, and was terrified someone would trace part of it back to me. There is a specific popular YouTuber whose videos I watch occasionally. Every time I comment on her videos, my comment gets 13k plus likes and I have no idea why. In Call of Duty World at War, during the second mission of the campaign you can do something in the beginning of the level that gives you an alien ray gun for the mission. I was the first person to leak it into GameFAQs and make a YouTube video of it. For days people would message me to look in other missions to see if the ray gun was in theme this year. Also for a long time people made fun of my awkward voice in the video because I was 13. Good times though. Link to the video. Link to the GameFAQ thread. I am Pokemon 4 Life 123. Edit. I didn't actually find it myself. It was back when developers would host events where they would play the game with the community. My guess is a developer showed someone who showed my friend in the video who showed me who posted it online. I just very much enjoyed the attention that it got me. When my wife and I were on TLC's Strange Sex, apparently my dog's picture got posted on Reddit and went pretty far. But I never saw it. I'd heard of Reddit at the time but never browsed it. This would have been sometime summer of 2011. I posted the original on a fishing forum. Next day I get a DM from a guy saying, "I think I may have made your dog go viral on Reddit." I've never even seen the original Reddit post. It was a picture of my bloodhound with his ears and jowls laid out saying, "It's so hot the dog is melting." Usually see it pop up on somewhere on FB every summer since. I had a post on this Reddit account blow up on our videos and had small newspapers report on the video, giving me credit as a Reddit user. The part I'm most happy about is the video had like 10k views when I found it, and now has about a million. Edit. 9 million. Thanks you, Professor_Puzzle Duck. When I was the only emo kid in the school, someone offered a penny, literally a penny, to a guy to beat me up and he took it. School staff didn't care too much, but the other students realized how fucked up the situation was. And the bullying simply stopped and I could enjoy the last year in high school.